It's time that we speak up. So let's talk about it. Today, we're going to talk about joy and making sure we don't let ourselves or others or our enemies take that away from us. Reading from Psalms verses 1 through 2 in chapter 21, it says, O Lord, in your strength the king rejoices, and in your salvation how greatly he exalts. You have given him his heart's desire, and have not withheld the request of his lips. How good God is. I want to make sure we know that joy and happiness are different things. They are not completely the same thing. You can have happiness in your joy. You have them both at the same time, but you can have a joy in the most dire situations where happiness is kind of just one pinpoint moment fluctuating throughout either your day, your week, your month, your year. Joy is consistent throughout your being, throughout your living. You can have joy while you're in the hospital. You can have joy when there was just an accident. You can have joy in the best ways, celebrating a birthday. You can have joy even at a funeral, which, hey, it's the truth because that's just the new beginning. And happiness, I would not have happiness at a funeral. No, I would not have happiness at a funeral. I would probably not have happiness in the hospital, but joy comes in the morning. Yes, I would have joy because I know who's on my side. I know who's carrying me in the situation, and the person who's maybe in that situation, or the person who's in that casket. I know who has them, and that's Jesus Christ. That's where my joy comes from. That's where my joy comes from. But people will try and come along and steal that joy. But guess what? They can't. They cannot take away something that wasn't given to you by them. Your joy wasn't given to you by them, it was given to you by Jesus Christ. So you'll have joy in all situations, but people will try. People will still try and take your joy away, but they can't. Not unless you let them. So, how to make sure you keep that joy in all situations? Well, you need patience, you need endurance, you need resilience. You definitely need that. And you need to call upon the Lord and make sure you know that no matter what situation, everything happens for a reason. And if you just stay in alignment and pray to Him and just walk with Him and listen and abide in Him and obey. Just make sure you do those things. The most important thing is to obey and abide and listen. All of them are important. I can't choose which one, but just make sure you obey, abide, and listen to Him. You will be okay. You will be more than okay. You will have joy in the morning. So, how to make sure or how to know who could try? Who would try? Who would even try? Well, first off, when I say others, or when I say people, I don't mean that people as in that flesh and bones you're talking to. I'm talking about the spirits, the powers, the principalities, the evil forces of this world. That's who you're fighting against. You're fighting against demonic forces. You're fighting against sin nature too. A lot of us forget about that, is that we're also fighting against sin nature ourselves. So when we say that, oh, I don't know how to listen to my wife, that's a sin nature issue. Or I don't know how to respect my husband, that's a sin nature issue. Something you need to work on, and that can be worked on. It definitely can be worked on. But when you hear someone saying something, trying to temptation is the biggest one. When you have temptation as far as a person that may sound like your own voice telling you to do something that you know isn't right, or you know could get you in trouble, or even if it doesn't get you in trouble, you just know you shouldn't be doing it. It could be as simple as, I'm gonna take that gold pencil. Take that gold pencil. They would take that gold pencil. That's a demonic influence. So we know the difference. So next, let's talk about how to fight against it and keep your joy, even when it's difficult. Well, all you have to do is think of Jesus, focus on Jesus Christ. Think of things that are lovely, pure, true, awesome. And that is a passage somewhere that Paul says. Can't quote it right now, but I know that is in the Bible. That's biblical. So think about those things. All things lovely, all things true. Think about the truth. If you have a difficult situation, go to a passage in the Bible. Psalms, so many Psalms about joy and how God prospers and He has you and how you are under His pinions, under His wings. So you are protected. Now, if you are one who does not know Jesus Christ and you want to experience that joy, that peace, that protection, that awesome provision that He provides, I promise you, He provides. Pray this prayer with me right now and try to pray it from your heart. God, I know I am a sinner. I believe that you died on the cross and rose on the third day for me. Lord, please cleanse me of my sins and forgive me of my sins. Jesus, become the Lord of my life forevermore and walk with me the rest of my days. Jesus, in your mighty name I pray. Amen. If you prayed that prayer, you meant it from your heart. Welcome to the family. Your life will be changed forevermore. Thank you for watching. My name is Janelle Webb, and you're watching Glorify God Ministries. Y'all have a joyous day. Bye.